and welcome back to the channel. It is January now, so it's time to go back and have a look at December and see how my training went. So during the month of December there wasn't any kind of races or anything to train for, so there was no hard set goal. I just kind of told myself, you know what, this month I'm gonna try and be consistent, because November, as you may have watched previously, wasn't the best month. I was ill for about 2 weeks. I didn't do too much running in those 2 weeks. I think I just did like 2 5Ks, so obviously that's half the month gone and you've not really done much running. But this month I decided, you know what, let's get back into it. Let's get back to 2 to 4 runs per week and just get through it and try and build in that consistency. So that's kind of the goal I set myself, was to be more consistent. And I think overall I did manage to do that. I was fairly consistent. I set a kind of consistency goal as well up till Christmas, which probably really helped with that. And on top of that, I just wanted to get back into enjoying running. And I think I have enjoyed myself this kind of month. I haven't done any hard workouts, so I haven't really had that kind of feeling. It's just been running however I feel. So that might be running a little bit faster in Parkrun, that might just be gentle jogs in the morning, might have just been trying to get super fast on the treadmill because I need to get it done. But overall it's just been about enjoying running, and I think I've definitely done that. I've not done much group running, but I have just enjoyed it. I've done a few runs with my partner, a few runs with club, mostly just running on my own though, and that's been absolutely fine. I'm tentatively saying we're back and hopefully I won't get ill again in the near future, because there's a few things that I am planning to train for and have set some goals for the next year that I do want to hit. Right, so let's talk about total mileage. I did hint there that I was definitely a lot better this month, and overall I did 135.2 kilometers, which is roughly 4.5 kilometers a day. So it's a little bit less than that. Obviously I wasn't running every day, but that's what it averages out to once you take into account every single day. So for those of you that work in miles, that is just under 85 miles. Again, probably what some of you do in a week, but I don't really mind. That's just where I'm at. I think a lot of runners can relate that you don't need to be hitting other people's goals. That kind of also includes, I took a good 5 days off just after Christmas because I was really busy helping with the show and just didn't really have the time. I just was doing cycling and not really thinking about it. I just wanted to get to work, get it done and go back, kind of just have a little bit of rest as much as I could during that time. So that's where we were at. I don't think there's anything I would change about that mileage. Quite a lot of it did come from my 12 days of running. So probably doing more midweek, medium length runs, I think is definitely something I want to keep encouraging myself to do, and I have gone forward and put that into my January plan. So hopefully more 10Ks, a longer run and a short run will be my week. So probably 2 kind of 10Ks, 1 5K, 1 long run. So hopefully that'll be 4 runs a week. I think might potentially actually be doing 5, but we'll see. We'll see about that. And hopefully that'll build up my week and just building that consistency for the next month and the new year and all my goals that I want to try and achieve next year. Looking back at your month is just a good way to see what worked well and what didn't. So I know that knowing that I could run that far, like in November, I wouldn't have been able to predict that because I was just so ill and just didn't really know where I was at. But now that I'm coming back into January, and I can be like, right, you know what, let's push it a little bit harder, because I don't think I really tired myself out during December, so I can definitely go a lot farther, maybe even a lot faster, but we'll see about that. Especially with it getting a bit icy sometimes when it's cold. Right, so favourite session or run of the month. So I've already told you that I didn't do any major sessions, nothing really hard or like interval sessions at all, just kind of kept it however I was feeling. However, on Christmas Eve, I did a park run, and I would say that was probably the best run of the month. So it was down at Exmouth Seafront, so you run out towards the cliffs, turn around, run back past the start, all the way along to what I'm just going to call a bus stop. It's not a bus stop, it's just kind of like a little shelter area, and one of those you turn around and go back to the start in order to finish. So So it is almost a 2-lap course, but it's slightly squished. So you're just kind of going around and then making a figure of 8 really. And it was Christmas Eve, there was band there playing at the start, so Christmassy songs and Happy New Year and all of that. And it was just very lovely. There was lots of people out. I think there was 300 something out, and it wasn't the best of days. It was very windy, not very pleasant. It wasn't raining though, which was great. So hopefully that keeps itself away for the rest of the year during Parkrun. You know, we could just have that half an hour every Saturday morning. That'd be great. So please do that for us. Yeah, I didn't really want to push it that day because I had double shows that day, so I was looking after the kids all day. So literally I did Parkrun and I went straight into the theatre and didn't get out again until, I can't remember, I think it was 7 p.m. and I did manage to actually go a little bit fast. So I think it was 23 minutes 50 or something like that. Actually, I will double check and get back to you in a second. I was so close. It was 23:54, which is really good. It is 1.5 minutes off of my personal best for that course. And again, I wasn't really pushing it. I was just trying to stay in myself. I did a few little walking breaks to snap me out of getting too fast. And when there's a headwind, I'm still struggling with like actually feeling like I can breathe properly. And I definitely need to work on that, because that's definitely when I start feeling kind of claustrophobic, which is weird because obviously when you're running outside you shouldn't really feel claustrophobic, but that's where I'm at with that. And so 23 minutes, just under 24, is really good, and I'm not going to take that away from myself. I was 3rd in my age category though, so there was quite a few in the 25 to 30 range on that day, so not pushing it at the top of the tables, just being 3rd, and that's absolutely fine. Oh, but hang on a second, there was 548 people, so I may have got that a little bit wrong earlier. So 548, usually there's about 300, so that's almost double the amount of people as usual down at Xmas to join us on Christmas Eve. They didn't do a Christmas Day, but I did do Christmas Day somewhere else. I did it over at Exeter Riverside, and like it was just it wasn't a great day, so there wasn't very many people out. There were still quite a few, but that course is quite muddy when it rains, so obviously not everyone's favourite thing to do on Christmas Day, which was fine. I enjoyed Christmas Eve and I enjoyed Christmas Day Parkrun. So did you guys do any? Was it very festive? Did you wear a Santa hat? That is the questions. I just had, what did I have on? I had snowflakes on for Christmas Eve, and I had some Santa kind of leggings and a red t-shirt on Christmas Day to make me look a little bit like Santa and a little bit festive, just to get the spirit of things, you know. So moving on to races, I've already said there was no races in December. I was preoccupied with my own little challenge of running 12 days up until Christmas. So again, you might have seen my video where I think I did the middle 7 days on that video, and that was super. So it was 1 mile for the first day, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, and then you did 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the 1 mile was Christmas Eve, but I did Parkrun, as you may have just heard, so I did a little bit extra, and then I also did Christmas Day afterwards. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that was 14 days of consistently running every day. Obviously a few of those days it didn't really feel like I was doing a lot, and they just fit in with whatever it was I was doing. So the 1 mile I literally just ran across the station that's 800 meters from us and then back to make up a mile. And then the 2 mile day I had to drop my bike off, so then it was 2 miles to run back, which is all just fitting it in and making it quite nice and accessible to anyone out there. If they want to give running a try, like, just try baking it in to what you're already doing. You know, maybe you walk to the shops every day, maybe you want to run to the shops, do the shopping, and then walk back. I wouldn't suggest running back with your shopping. That may not be the best idea. And that went well. I think it ended up looking more like a gingerbread house because I did an extra few miles on one of the days, so it kind of looks like a chimney from where I went to club and had to lead one of the sessions, and obviously I can't get out of it if I'm leading, or I could ask someone else to cover, but I was absolutely fine to lead it. There was no reason why I shouldn't, and also there's quite a few injured at the moment in my kind of time bracket, so it's best if I am able to lead at the moment, so that's what I did. And then yeah, I've just enjoyed kind of running more consistently, but no races. Then coming up next month, I just want to continue with this consistency and add in some more cross training. So I want to try and add in, well, I want to continue doing like a yoga session on a Sunday evening, because it's just quite a nice way to make sure I'm doing some stretching. Then a conditioning session and a bike session. I used to do a bike session every single week, and then since I've joined running club, that's kind of fallen away, but I want to get back into that. So I want to do a strength session, which is, again, it might even end up being more kind of stretchy, strengthy, because I want to make it applicable to running. I don't want to make it like a weight session or anything like that. And then a bike session just to get some leg turnover and just make sure, you know, everything's ticking over fine, and just give me some kind of non-weight bearing activity that also will keep me happy and healthy. Have you guys decided your goals for the new year? Because it is 2023 now. If you have some, pop them down below and I will look out for them and try and help you out in any way that I can.